so relaxed that even though you know it's Sam Elliott, you believe he's whoever the fuck he's playing. Because there's a naturalness to it, like you were talking about with yourself. There's a naturalness to it, and that translates when people are watching a film or watching a television show with that. Which television shows aren't even really television shows anymore.
No.
Like I don't think Landman's a television show. It's a long movie.
It's a 10-hour movie.
Yeah, it's like which is the beautiful thing about streaming.
Yeah.
You know, that's really when you got shows like Ozark and Stranger Things, and it really started with The Sopranos, where you're doing it's essentially like a really long film. It's not. I mean, it's on television, but it's. What does that mean anymore? Fucking everything's on television. Most people watch movies on television. Like, what does that mean anymore? It's just a distribution device for whatever art you're doing.
Yeah.
And on those kind of shows, like, it's so important for you to buy it. You know, it's you got this character. It's not just one guy in a film. Like, I'm not buying that guy.
Right.
It's something about he sounds like an actor.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Versus 9, 10, 11 episodes in, second season. Like, I gotta believe that guy.
Yeah.
I gotta be.
For sure.
Yeah, and the naturalness is the thing. You know, like there's a great scene in Landman where you're explaining, which I loved. You're explaining windmills and what green energy and how much fucking horseshit this all is for you to feel good about yourself. I fucking love that scene, but. I know you're Billy Bob Thornton, but in that scene, you're that fucking dude who works for an oil company who's like, shut the fuck up. Like, what are you talking? Do you know what the fuck you're even talking about?
Right.
It's because of that naturalness that works.
Yeah, it was that scene was, I mean, it became huge. I mean, it was all over the internet, that scene. And I mean, when I run into an oil guy, wherever it is, I mean, you know, mainly Texas, but wherever I am, they always bring that scene up and thank me and you know, thanks for showing people what this is. And you know, I do get questions, you know, obviously because of the nature of the show. People try to politicize everything. And the fact of the matter is that Taylor, with that show, is not taking a side. He's just saying, here's a look behind the curtain at how this works.
Yeah.
And it's about how are the people who work in that industry, whether you're on the suit side or you're out there in the fields, and if you're the family of, like I have the family in the show, it's just, this is how it works, and this is how it affects the people who work in it. This is how dangerous it is. Here's how much of a gamble it is, and here are all the other crazy people circling your world, in my case, the family, you know. And it's when I did that scene, I was committed to it, you know, because when I read it, and Taylor's very good about writing gigantic monologues for me. Yeah. And when something makes sense to you dialogue-wise, it's easy to do a long monologue. If you don't know what it means, it's harder to learn the dialogue. If you understand what the person has written, I'm not saying if you agree with it or disagree with it, but if you understand what they're saying, it's actually easier to do a monologue than it is to do a back and forth scene with people sometimes. I bone more lines on a back and forth conversation than I do when I'm just sitting there telling somebody something.
Right.
Like Jerry Jones' scene in there. You know, Jerry was telling his life story.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't, Taylor wrote something there for him, you know, because he'd heard the story before from Jerry. But if it had been written and Taylor said, you got to write, you know, you got to say these words, Jerry probably wouldn't have done it, been able to do it. But the fact that Taylor said, just tell that story you told me.
Yeah.
It's his story.
Yeah.
It'd be like if I ask you, tell me your life story.
Right.
You know, you can do that.
Right.
And if you get a person who's not an actor to be themselves, they're better than actors. You know, I've always found that. I've cast people in movies that have never been in one before.